This is the Zoom H6. The Zoom H6 is a digital field recorder that can record and store audio on separate channels onto an SD card. So the H6 is very similar to the Zoom H5, which some of you may have seen in the previous videos. And in this series of videos, I will go through some of the basic functionalities of that recorder, how to use it, and some of the settings to look for while recording. So I'm quickly going to go through the actual physical device itself. So at the top here we have two microphones which act as the inbuilt microphone. They're not really inbuilt because this head can be taken out. And this head can be replaced by other things, and such as a shotgun mic or even a connection for more microphones. And this specific head has its own gains knob here, and I will talk about gains in a later video. So these two microphones enable this recorder to be used as a standalone device without having the need to connect external microphones to it. Now, if we're looking down on this side here, we have 4 knob buttons, and these are the same as the knobs for the microphone at the top, except that these control the gains for the external microphones that we can connect on either side, which I will talk about again later on. So on the left side we have 2 microphone inputs. So these are XLR/TRS inputs. So that allows that recorder to accept connections from analog microphones. We have an SD card compartment. We have a headphone jack output, a volume rocker, and then we have a power button that also doubles as a hold if you want to disable the different buttons. On the right hand side we have a USB port. There's 3 functions to the USB port. The first function is for charging, or not charging but powering the device itself. It could be used to transfer the different files to your computer after you've recorded, and it can also connect to a computer to record directly onto a computer. So this can actually be used as a user interface, even though it is a portable field recorder. We have the menu button on this side, we have the volume rocker, and at the top here we have 2 additional XLR TRS connections for 2 extra microphones. If we look at the front, we have 4 knobs, and these knobs are to control the gain of these 2 and these 2 microphones, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we have a small button here that's next to each one of these knobs, and this is the pad. So the pads reduce the sound input by 20 decibels if you want that to move down in terms of noise level. Below these gains button we have LR 1, 2, 3, and 4. These buttons represent the inputs of that field recorder. So LR refers to the left and right channel of the inbuilt microphone. So we have the left and the right. Yes, this is the left because it's pointing towards the left, and this is the right pointing towards the right. So you can activate or deactivate these microphones, and the same thing for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Each one of these buttons referring to one specific microphone, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. So even if you have several microphones connected to this field recorder, you can choose to activate or deactivate them depending on what you see fit. Below the input buttons, you have the playback buttons. You have stop, play, pause, record, back and forward, like on any kind of video or audio player. And at the bottom here we have a colored LCD screen. So this is what's going to give us some screen real estate to monitor the different levels, and also to play with the different settings if we needed to. At the bottom we have an additional line out and a microphone jack, and a remote jack, sorry. And at the back we have the battery compartment. So this field recorder takes 4 AA batteries, and we also have a mount for a tripod if you want to mount that on a camera. If you want to use that as the primary source of recording for your camera, or if you want to pair your camera with some additional external microphones. So that's a quick overview of the physical aspect of that device. In the next video, I will show you how you can connect different microphones and can connect headphones to the field recorder to start recording your podcast or your interviews.